Hello everyone, my name is Carl Johnson with HIPAA Certify, and today I want to talk to you about a HIPAA training attestation letter. At HIPAA Certify, we do provide a free HIPAA training attestation letter, but one of the questions that comes up all the time is, do I need to complete this attestation letter? Well, first, let's define what exactly is an attestation letter. Let's look at the dictionary definition. It is the proof or evidence by which something is attested. So in frame of HIPAA training, this is basically telling your auditors or telling anyone is doing assessment of your organization that your employees have taken the training. Now, the attestation letter normally is followed by some other tangible proof, meaning a certificate, or maybe if there's some other type of proof. But your attestation letter basically is what an auditor or an assessor will look for as proof or evidence that the training occurred. Right? So now let's look at our free HIPAA training attestation letter at HIPAA Certify. And I'll put the links down below so you can fill it out and use it for yourself. Now, it's very easy to create one. First, you put your organization name, you put your organization type, you put how many members or employees were trained, right? You can have whether it's 1 or 25,000. Then, what was the year? Right, so we have 2026, 2025, 2024, and then the training completion date. When was the training completed? Now, of course, you may have training completed on all different types of dates. Just put the latest date in, and that's the date that normally an auditor or an assessor will go by. And then what is the training method? So there's all different types of methods. Of course, you may have different types of methods. Just put the one that most of your employees did. So for a lot of organizations, maybe you use HIPAA Certify. So you would use online LMS, right? Or if you took live training, which we do provide, or if you took training that we were on site, you would put such as in person or virtual, maybe over Zoom. Either way, you want to put in what type of training everyone took. Next up is the training scope. What type of training did they take and what topics were covered? Was it HIPAA privacy rule? Was it the security rule? Breach notification requirements? In most cases, normally HIPAA training will have the privacy rule, the security rule. Maybe if it's role-based training, you might have workforce member responsibilities. And then if we're talking about incident training, you may also have breach notification requirements in that training. If you're doing on onboarding or the first training an employee receives when coming to your organization, more than likely they're taking all 4 of these trainings in one. Now, what is an additional statement? Maybe you took some type of training that included role-based, such as a nurse or a doctor or a pediatrician, etc. Or maybe it was a type of training that included some advanced topics, such as AI, cloud computing, etc. You want to put that in there and state it. And also keep in mind, you should always make sure that anything you put in there can be verified. Next part is your full name. This is going to be the authorized signature and the title, along with your email address. Now, when you use our attestation letter, when you put your email address in, this allows you to go in and you can add as much attestation letters as you like. It's all free. Now, if you want to remove our watermark, it's $4.99. But most of the time, if you're using this for an auditor, the watermark, there's not going to be a big difference there. But if you do want a clean copy without a watermark, then of course, is $4.99. And then it's emailed directly to you and you can download it for your records. Make sure you keep your attestation letters updated. As an assessor, as an auditor, I can't tell you how many times I've asked for an attestation letter, not only just for HIPAA training, but just for HIPAA compliance. And it kind of reminds me of a cop asking you for your insurance card, as in your glove department, that is 4 or 5 years old. The same thing when it comes to attestation letters. Make sure that they are updated, and make sure that when you do have a large amount of employees that have been onboarded, that you go back in and create an additional attestation letter, right? Make sure it's not outdated so that an auditor or assessor doesn't start asking you more questions about your training or about your HIPAA compliance. I hope this was helpful, and if you have any questions whatsoever, please reach out to HIPAA Certify, and have a great day.